Welcome back to A Beer and Review. On this episode, I'm drinking Terrapin's Recreational Ale. This is a session IPA. Again, this is part of the IPA survival kit from Terrapin. Number 3, wrap your head around a can of our recreational ale and explore what outside life has to offer. This hopped up session IPA is specially formulated to accompany you on all of your outdoor activities. Pack in this flavorful ale and pack out the memories while enjoying this quaffable brew. Taste the great outdoors. This guy is 4.7 ABV, coming in at 42 IBUs, so this is not going to be as bitter as the previous two. This hopped up session ale is light bodied with a present hop bitterness and crisp finish. Dry hopped with Galaxy hops, this beer presents a subtle peach and passion fruit aroma. I guess we will find out about that right now. Now, I could never pick out passion fruit on its own because I don't think I've ever had a passion fruit on its own. But I guess I can get a little bit of that peach aroma that they're saying. There is that hop aroma as well. It is actually kind of subtle though. But on to the scoring. Aroma, I'm going to give this one an 8 out of 12. There just isn't really a whole lot there. It's very subtle, but it still is pretty good aroma to it. So 8 out of 12, that's still a pretty damn good score. So yeah, 8 out of 12 on aroma. Appearance, let's pour the rest of this guy out so we can actually see what it looks like. This looks almost exactly like the last two. Maybe lighter, but I don't think so. I think it's pretty much exactly the same golden color, clear, see right through it, and it really actually looks a lot like the last two. And the last two got a 2 out of 3, and guess what? This guy's getting a 2 out of 3. Surprise, surprise. One thing I did notice is that this hardly has any bubbles coming up in it, whereas the other ones did have a little bit more bubbles going on. Anyway, on to the best part, my favorite part, the flavor. Like right away, that's the first thing that hits is the hop. I really have to stretch to try to find any of that the peach and the passion fruit quality. I guess there is a little bit of fruitiness to it, like a muted fruit taste to it, but I'd say that it's okay, on the follow-through, it's there a little bit, along with a little bit of that bitter. It's not as bitter, of course, with the rating, but out of 20, I'm going to have to give this one 11, just because the Hopsecutioner was 13, High Five was 12, this one's 11 on flavor. That's just how it's falling. This one might be a little bit easier to drink, but flavor-wise, it's getting 11 out of 20. On to Mouthfeel, this is pretty much the exact same as the other two, so I'm not going to talk a whole lot about it because I've already talked about it. Pretty much the same, getting a 3 out of 5. On to overall, I'm going to give this one a 5 out of 10. I would say that this is on par with the High Five IPA. I wouldn't say it's any better, so it's not going to get better. It could possibly go down a little bit, just because the High Five was a little bit more flavorful. This is a little bit more bland, or dulled down, which might actually be kind of a good thing, but 5 out of 10 overall. Alright, that gives us a score of 29 out of 50. Just under the 30 mark. This is not that bad of a beer. It's scoring fairly decent. With the High Five, I said the tropical and the citrus wasn't really suiting me, but there was more of a flavor to that beer than there is to this one. This one might be a little bit easier to drink. I think the combination of the last two almost overtook some of the bitterness. Even though this one has a lower bitterness rating, it still feels really bitter on the afterward, on the follow through after taste. Almost more than the other ones, even though it's almost half of the high five. Weird. I don't get it. I think it's the tropical and the citrus of the high five counteracted that bitterness. But this guy, I'd say try the other ones first, and then try this one. Maybe this one might be up your alley a little bit more because it is a little bit more subtle. Weird, like soapy bitterness on the end. I don't really like as much. If you have tried this, let me know down in the comments below what you think of it. Like, share, subscribe if you want, but be sure to come back for the next video as I go into the last IPA survival kit beer, and we'll see how that one fares. I don't have anything else to say, so until then, cheers.